Hey guys, hey, so this is Demetrius, hey, with Akeelah Traders, and I'm making this video today because I want to talk about US30. Okay, so excuse me, everybody knows US30 is probably one of the most manipulated assets on the whole Forex market, right? Trading the Dow Jones Industrial 30. Most Forex traders, trading groups, and those kinds of things, people will tell you if you're a new Forex trader or even a seasoned Forex trader and just have not really mastered this asset, to stay away from it. And so that's why I want to make this video and tell you what our approach is to this at Akeelah Traders. And so we've got a very great system for trading US30. And so the best thing that I have learned over a long period of time is to pretty much just avoid trading US30. You know, the best way that I found is to not trade it at all. Just don't do it. You know, there's tons of gurus on YouTube that are going to tell you all these different kind of strategies of, do this supply and demand, this support and resistance strategy. Let's do this Fibonacci strategy, and let's do your trend lines, and let's do a breakout strategy, and all these different kinds of things, which all could work, and to some degree have their own benefits. But what I want to talk to you about is our trading system, our automated trading system that we created that trades a wide variety of assets. But I want to show you specifically how we have targeted US30 and created a strategy within our trading system to go in and help master some of this dynamics here. This is the US30 chart here. I'm looking at the hourly time frame right now. And right now, this is back to, let me get rid of some of these ads. This is back to mid-November. And so US30 has been pushing up. It's been doing pretty well. But within this time frame, we've had the normal ups and downs and that kind of stuff. And so a lot of traders are, if you're scalping or day trading, you're spending a lot of time down here on these 15-minute charts. You're looking at the 15-minute, maybe going down to the 5-minute time frame. And so you're dealing with this kind of foolishness. Here, this was earlier this week. Actually, this was just yesterday. US30 started out. This is around 8 a.m. time. I think there was news yesterday, but so US30 started out, pushed up real high, and then almost completely undid that whole move within a couple of hours time frame. So from 8 a.m. roughly to 1 p.m., the market just strongly pushed up, strongly pushed back down, and it's just a lot of volatility in here. So with our automated system, what we've been able to do is to go in and capture a lot of these moves. No one is going to win 100% of the time on US30. It's just a very challenging asset in that regards. But I do want to make a couple of points as to what we've done with our automated system. So to do that, I'm going to jump over to one of our training presentations and stuff that we do. But I just want to highlight a couple of things here that are true about the Forex market. Everybody knows the Forex market is big. It's got a lot of volume and that kind of thing. But a lot of people don't understand, for these new traders here, this is, if you look this up, you'll hear people refer to the 90-90-90 rule. And that says that 90% of all retail traders lose 90% of all their trading funds within the first 90 days. And mostly that's because the Forex market itself is pretty complicated with, lots of different things. There's a steep learning curve here about pips and points and candlesticks and all these different technical analyses tools and calculating the right lot size and when to use this lot and following somebody else's signal or somebody else's trading strategy. And it's pretty much just not working out for most people. And so I'm going to show you here within our trading system here how we've handled US30. I'm going to show you some live trading here, simulated kind of results. And I'm going to show you some actual results from actual trading accounts. So let's jump over to one of our trading accounts here. So right here, this is a look at US30. I'm currently in some trades here. I'm not worried about, for these time, for this purposes right here, what our trades look like. But I just want to show you that this is pretty much what just a blank chart of US30 looks like. So with all the different technical analysis tools that are out there, sometimes people are struggling, especially as a beginner to intermediate trader. Which of these things do I use? Do I use Fibonacci sequence? Do I use moving averages? Do I use RSIs and Bollinger Bands and all this kind of stuff? And so while you may see a chart like this, other than having these lines because I'm in a trade right now, your chart may be pretty much just blank, and it's just showing you. I'm going to go to like the 5 minute. It's pretty much just candles. It's up and down. So if you're like me, I've traded US30 for years now, and the majority of the time that I'm trading it, a good portion of that time, I should say, is spent with me just saying, come on, dude, just what are you doing? US30, are you buying or are you selling? Are you selling or are you buying? What are you doing? And so support and resistance and all those other different kinds of things. US30 has a very cunning way of avoiding a lot of technical analysis, systems, because the main powers that be, so to speak, or main volumes of buyers that are doing that, they're using these systems. So they know, people are expecting to buy, when they see, breakouts, when they see resistances, area come to a supposedly support area, people are expecting to buy. When it comes to this area, people are expecting to sell. So the market knows that, and you see a lot of fake outs. Things like these big wicks to the upside, big wicks to the downside, stop hunts, and those kinds of things. And so within our system, we've kind of taken all of those different things in consideration. And specifically for US30, one of our strategies that works best on this, I'm going to show you some results for that. So let's take a look at this. If you're not familiar with, there's a strategy tester here in MetaTrader 4. I highly recommend that you learn how to use that strategy tester. And so I'm going to use this to simulate one of our strategies. So this is our pro version of the Akeelah Traders System, and we're trading US30 on the 5 minute chart, the typically scalping kind of time frame. And so we're going to trade this. I just picked a long enough time period. We're probably not going to let it run this whole time, but let's say for these last 2 months, October and November to date. We just turned November 30th right now. As I'm doing this video tonight. So let's take a look at this, and we're just going to let this system run and see what kind of results we're going to see from this. So for these purposes, I'm using let me go to my test criteria. I'm going to simulate having just $1,000 account. It's very difficult to trade US30 with only $1,000 in your account. You really probably need, most people recommend having, a couple of grand or something just because of the volatility. So, but I know a lot of new traders, you're starting out, maybe you have a small account size and you want to grow that. So we're going to start with $1,000 account. The risk that we're going to use here, our system has the ability for us to specify the risk for our account. I'm not going to go through all those inputs and stuff on this particular video. But for these purposes, we're only going to risk 2% of our account every time we take a trade. So if we're doing $1,000 account, 2% of our account is only $20. So when we find a trade opportunity here on US30, we're going to risk $20. If we lose that trade, we're going to lose $20. If we win, we're going to try to profit as much as possible. So this particular strategy here is designed around the scalping momentum and dynamics of US30 on the smaller time frames. Okay. All right. So let's start this out. I'm going to play this in visual mode, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So let me get something a little bit better that we can see here. Okay, so these are our candles. Well, I don't need to clean up all that other stuff. Okay, so this is our Akeelah Traders System that's running. This is our dashboard. So our dashboard has a lot of different features in it. The system is designed to be 100% automatic. So you don't need to have any interactions with it other than making your inputs on what your risk wants to be per trade, what your overall risk needs to be. If you just have a completely bad day, where do you want to cut off? You can have those kind of inputs in it. But other than that, these interactions here. You can interact with it. You can close trades at any time, take partials, break evens, all that kind of stuff. That's we're not going to focus on in this particular video. But our settings for this is we have $1,000 account that we're starting with. You can see our current balance up here is $1,000. We're risking only 2% of our account, as I said, and our daily maximum drawdown is going to be 10%. And so the maximum amount that we're willing to lose in any one day is going to be 10%. And so the way these settings are in our system is, if hopefully we're not going to hit that, but if we ever just have an extremely horrible day in trading and we've lost everything, our Akeelah system is automatically going to cut off at 10%. And you can, that's for these purposes, my test purposes. If your tolerances are a little bit tighter than that, you can make it at 5% or at 4% or something. It just needs to be relative to the amount of your account that you're trading per trade. So here I'm risking 2% per trade. And so I've got to give myself, some room to say, hey, what if I lose the first couple of trades? I don't want to just stop trading for the day. So 2% per trade, 10% overall is the criteria that we're using. All right. So as we trade this, I want you to keep an eye on what our balance is and the equity gain or loss here. This is what percent in floating percent in actual trades that we're in. Are we up X amount of percent or down? Okay. So let's just start this. This is starting on October 1st. And let's see for the date. What day was October 1st? October 1st was a Sunday. Okay. So the 1st of October was a Sunday. This looked like the market started out initially gapped up from the previous Friday. And the first thing we did is we took a trade. We took a sell here. So we immediately took a sell. And so as I begin playing this, you'll see this kind of play out a little bit. Okay. So we're in a sell right now and we're in the hole. We're down a little bit. The market is still pushing up. Okay. We took another sell. Right now, I have 3 of our strategies that are running for this simulation. I have our trend 1 strategy, a trend 2 strategy, and a third trend strategy that we're running. And so you may see multiple entries this time, but keep in mind that for each entry, each trade, we're only risking 2%. And so if we take a trade here, if this trade came all the way and hit the stop loss, we would have lost 2%. This particular trade here also entered. If we lost that trade, its stop losses up here, we would have lost another 2%. You can run only one strategy. If you only wanted to run one, then your total risk would have only been 2%. So you can scale that accordingly. But let's keep in mind right now. So right now, even with being in 2 trades, we're only down 0.8%. So less than 1% of our account. We're not even $80 in the hole right now. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so the market is kind of playing with us a little bit. Okay, we took our third entry here for a sell. Our stop losses are here. First one is here. The next ones are down. And right now we're kind of floating. Okay, now the market started to push back down and we were in profit. And so we immediately closed out that. Was this the first one or the second one? One of these immediately closed out here. And this is all being done automatically. And the system is making its own assessments as to when I should get out of trade. So apparently our system saw something that it didn't like right there and we exited out of that trade. So pretty much came close to break even on that one. We're only up $4 and closed out profits. And right now we're floating about 0.3%. So, maybe $30 or so. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we just closed out another one and hit a profit. We hit a profit target there. So we went up $20. Okay, we're up $60 right now. We're floating profit pretty good. Just took some more wins. All of these are sales right now. Okay, we took some other losses. There was a few buys in there. Okay, so at this period of time right now, we're up $50 and we're into October 2nd now. Let me make sure I check the date again. I think I said the first was a Sunday. Yeah, the first was Sunday. So technically that day is October 2nd. The calendar day is October 1st, but for MetaTrader time, it's October 2nd. So we're still within the same day. And you can see from here, we had a couple of sales. We profited a little bit. Excuse me. At some point, we did take a buy. We took a few buys and made some small profits on there. And then we took a few losses here. So as of right now, we're up about $50. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a little bit just because. And so this is full replay mode inside of MetaTrader 4, just completely replaying US30 on the 5-minute chart from October 1st. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we took another sell here. I'm going to go at this kind of pace for the first little while, and then I'm going to speed things up for us. So we're floating a little bit of profit right there. Just took another little profit, a few dollars. Okay, but keep in mind, this is $1,000 account. And so as of right now, we're up about $50, $60 or so. And so now we're into the second day. So let's say here, even if we made, $50 or something that first day, I mean, that's not bad. That's a 0.5%, not grand, not a huge amount, but it's profits. And as we continued on here, you see our balance got up to $1,100. So we're a little over $100, but now we're taking some losses here. So we're back down to just under 1,000. We got a little over 1,000, over $1,100. Now we're back to 1050. So, and this is the dynamics of US30. US30 acts a plumb fool sometimes. It's up, it's down. When you think it should be buying, it sells, or it buys for a little while, and then all of a sudden it slams back the other way. But we're continuing to take trades. We're in the 4th of October right now. We're floating some pretty good profits here, up now about 1%, up 2%. Okay. So we're doing good. The system is still holding some of those trades. So down here, we had some good profits and we didn't close out those trades. So our system could have, but at that time, it did not take what was good profits because it just deemed, most appropriate at that time to hold on. But now we're starting to do much better. We're up to $1,100, $1,200 right now, $1,300. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. $1,300. This is still October 4th, so we're within the first week, and we're already up 40% on our $1,000 account right now. And so we're doing some buys and sales in here, and so it's a mixed result here. As far as are we buying, are we selling? We're winning some trades, we're losing some trades, but at the end of the day, we're up over 40% on our account. US30 is continuing to just shake people out all day long. People who think they should be buying are getting taken out. People who think they should be selling are getting taken out. And our system is staying consistent. So we're not trying to capture huge moves in here. We're trying to find a good opportunity to enter the trade. When the trade moves in our direction, we want to take our profits and get out. So this is October 6th right now. So I think this is the first full week. At the end of the 6th, I'm going to stop it after a week and see where we are. Okay, we're still in October 6th. I'm going to speed things up now for you folks. This way. Okay, we're up 1,700. We've been as high, I think it's 1,700 and some change. We dropped back to $1,600. Okay, that's the first full week. So now we're back to October 8th, and this is another gap again. So this was Friday. Friday the 6th ended. The market ended on that Friday. When things opened back up, it gapped down. for the the start of the next week. Okay, so results for that first week is we started with $1,000 after 1 week of trading. This pro strategy here on US30 on the 5 minute time frame, we've had it running around the clock for that time period. We're up 60% in profit, and so that's where I'm going to leave this here. We're not going to have time to continue this video and just watch this thing trade forever and ever. But that's the results from just after 1 week. I am going to put it in super fast mode from this time period here and just let us continue to watch this. And so let me do that. So after 1 week, we were up 60%. Now we're going very fast, and we're just watching US30. We're up 17 at 1780. We started with $1,000 on October 1st. We're at $1,800 now, $1,900, back to $1,700, back to $1,800. So we're up and down. We're taking some small wins and taking some losses. We're back down to $1,600. You can say, hey, you know what? Wow, I had $1,900, $1,800. I'm back to 16. Wow, I should have quit. No, you should not have. Let's keep going. We're at $1,800. We're on October 17th right now. So we've been trading not quite 3 weeks. We're at $1,900, folks. I saw it cross over $2,000. Did y'all see that? We made over $2,000. We're over $2,000 now. We've more than doubled our account with this trading system. And this particular strategy that we're using, we've tested this strategy for literally thousands of hours on US30, multiple time periods, multiple months, multiple weeks. And, again, the results are consistently profitable. We're not always as profitable as this is, but this is just running consistently for 2 months. When we're done with this, we would have tested it for a full 2 months. Starting with $1,000. And so as of right now, we're at $2,500. And weeks are going by. And we're still doing well. And so keep in mind here, we're still only risking 2% of our account every time we take a trade. And our max drawdown has been 10%. So let me pause a second and make some clarifications on that. So as our balance continues to increase, we're still risking 2% of our balance. So when we started, our balance initially was $1,000. And so at $1,000, we're only risking $20 per trade. Well, now our balance is $2,400. We're still risking 2%. So right now we're risking $48, almost $50 per trade because our account balance is higher, right? And so our overall drawdown for the day, that if we just have a horrible day, which we have yet to have one, right now the system has not stopped trading a single day because we lost 10%. Initially, our settings were it's still 10%, but 10% of our initial account was $1,000. So if we had a horrible day and we lost $100, our Akeelah system would have stopped trading. Now we're at a $2,500 balance, so that tolerance is a little bit higher. We're at $250. So if we ever have a day that we have a drawdown of more than $250, the system will automatically stop. So as this balance is, just say roughly $2,500. So if we get down to $2,250 in a single day, it'll just stop trading for the day, not going to take any more trades, and we'll just pick back up the next day. So that's the safety cushion that you have to have with this, and where most traders are losing. One is they're not being consistent with what you are trading, with the strategies that you're trading. Your emotions are too much tied into it. You're going too big sometimes because you're getting cocky and just thinking the trade is going in your direction. So you're adding lots to something that you shouldn't be doing, or you're getting out of trades too soon, or you're blowing accounts because you're not cutting off and saying, look, if I just lost 10% today, I just need to stop trading. Cut it off and I'll come again tomorrow. Most people will never do that. They're going to, I'm going to get my money back. I lost this. I lost $100. What? Oh no, I'm getting my money back. And then you've lost $150 and then $200 and then $300. And before you know it, your whole $1,000 account is blown because you were revenge trading. And so our protection factors are built into here. If we come below $2,250 or a 10% drawdown, we're going to cut off and stop trading. All right, let's keep going. And I hope you guys are appreciating some of the details here. I'm just really trying to give you a good comprehensive overview of this trading system and how you can have a system like this trading Forex for you 100% automated without any without all the stresses and stuff. So let's look at our balance here. We did come down to $2,200, but this was over a couple of days. So we did have we took several losses. We were up to $2,500. We did get down to $2,250, but it wasn't within the same trading day. And so if a new day started, we're going to pick back up and say, hey, we had some losses, but let's suck it up and get back out there. All right, so let's keep trading. We're at $2,200 now. Still hovering around 22. And sometimes our system has sense enough to just not trade at all. If you see a lot of these times where we're going and it's just blank, there's nothing going on, it's the system saying, you know what, it's too much confusion going on right now. I'm not taking any trades. All right, we're at $2,300. $2,400. Praise the Lord. We started with $1,000. It's been just a little over a month of trading, and we're at $2,200. Okay, we're at $2,400. Well, on November 10th, we're at I saw $2,700. We're back to 25. And so this is auto trading. This system could have been running the whole time while you're at work, you're spending time with your family, you're taking care of your children, your parents, whatever your issue is or challenges are, or whatever your career is. You're going about life. We're at $2,900 right now. So why are you struggling with Forex trading? Why are you struggling going through all of the stresses and the anxieties and the tensions of trading US30 when you can let us do some of this for you? And so we're at $2,800. I thought I saw us cross over $3,000. I'm pretty sure I did, but we pulled back a little bit now. Okay, we're down to 27. And so now our daily tolerance, we're at 2,800. Our daily tolerance was $280 losses in a day. As long as we don't lose more than $280 in a day, we are still trading. Okay, we're at November 27th right now. So we're almost caught up to the current day. We're over $3,000 now, $3,200, $3,300. $3,400, $3,500. And this is going to catch up with us now because we're on, November 29th. This is still yesterday. And now, okay, yeah. And so we finished. All right. So when we finish here, let's go here and look at the report here and see what would we have done. What do our results look like? And so here for our report, we started here. Our initial deposit was $1,000. The profit that we made on here, total net profit, was $2,851. So we made $2,800 in profit trading US30 with our Akeelah Traders System in these 2 months time period, October and November. Some of these other numbers in here that are kind of some things to look at. Our absolute drawdown. So our absolute drawdown is what is the lowest our account ever got from where we started. So the most drawdown that we incurred was $20. $20. So our account balance did drop down to $980. But after that, we just kept profiting. Over here, our maximal drawdown. So this is the maximum amount that our account balance ever dropped from its highest point. So you remember sometimes we got up as high as $2,800 or $2,500 or something, and then maybe for a period of time we had some losses. Well, the most continuous losses that we had was $352, and so this has been pretty profitable. This is some of the summary results here. The profit trades, we profited 71% of our trades, and that we won, and we lost 28%. We took a total of 1,248 trades. Now, the unique thing about our system is whenever we take a trade opportunity is identified, it actually takes 3 entries. And so 3 entries so that those entries can be managed separately, because sometimes, let's say if we were risking a total of, initially when we started, you're risking a total of $20. Well, that $20 is divided between 3 entries. So it's actually three almost $7 entries. And that way, the system is allowed to take partials. If one of those entries goes up in profit, it's going to close one of them and take $7. It allows the other two to run. So when you see 1,248 trades, it's a total of about a little over 400 trade opportunities. But those are the overall results here. And this is just, testing this for this 2-month time period. But 2 months is a long time. If you're trading US30, you got to figure how much of your time you spent trading this over the 2-month time period. And so we can have these kinds of results. So I'm going to go back to this. One thing that we want to emphasize that we're endeavoring to do with this trader system is use our AI system and allow the system to do the things that you're currently doing. We call this our REST system. Our proprietary REST system is basically saying you can trade with us with our automated system, leave the rest to us, leave the risk. So the consistent risk management that is never, ever going to over leverage your account. It's never going to take more than the specified risk every time it takes a trade. It doesn't matter if it's feeling good, if it's feeling bad, if I've lost 5 trades in a row or I won 10 trades in a row. It doesn't matter. We're not going to over leverage, and we're not going to risk too much of our account. Take the emotions out. All the trades are based on solid technical analysis tools that are built into the system. And so for that, I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to go back to this. This is what our US30 chart looked like. It was kind of blank there. But what our system sees is it sees a US30 chart that looks like this. We have a lot of technical analysis tools that are already built into here. Supply and demand zones. It sees those zones. It sees support and resistance zones. It sees moving averages. It sees RSIs. It sees Bollinger Bands. It sees all of these different kinds of technical tools and things that are in here. Our system sees that. You don't have to see it. Your screen can continue to look blank, without any of these kinds of tools on it. But our system sees it already. So whether you have those tools or not, you're able to take advantage of that. Okay. Then the stress. Never again have to overtrade or get frustrated because you see other people saying, hey, they bought US30 today, they won, or they're in a buy, and then you go and jump in the buy. And by the time you jump in, well, that's at the point where the market is starting to turn around and you end up losing the trade. Don't get frustrated because you missed a trade. Oh man, I knew I should have bought then, and I should have had my profit. You get aggravated about that, or you take a loss. And by our human nature, God designed nature, we're going to be frustrated. We're creatures that are designed to win. We're designed to be successful. And so when you lose a trade like that, you're probably going to get frustrated and going to want to, revenge trade or something. So leave all that stresses kind of stuff to us. And finally, your time. Stop staring at the screen all day. Stop flipping out your phone every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes or something, checking on that trade that you shouldn't have been in the first place. That's why you're watching it so quickly, or you can't even go to the bathroom or go get something to drink because you're staring at this screen and I've got to watch this because I'm so eager and anxious about this trade. Leave that to us. Leave the time things to us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but this is one that we want to one of a series of ones. We'll be highlighting some other strategies and different things in our trading system. But I wanted to make this one specifically for those of you who are struggling with US30. And our best response for you is to don't do it. One of my life mantras I like to live by is to say that one of the worst things that you can try to do is to improve on something that you should not be doing in the first place. So if you shouldn't be doing it, then why are you trying to improve on it? You know, if you're trying to find the best strategy to trade US30 and this guy says this and this guy says that, you're trying to do all those kinds of things when you shouldn't be doing that at all. You should be letting our Akeelah Traders System, automated AI system, trade it for you while you go about your life and leave the rest to us. Okay? All right. God bless you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Catch you next time.